I think the frustration with West sometimes is
Hi guys, so we're going to go from the A444 around to Hilltop. We're going to go through the Griff Island or Griff Roundabout to do that. We're on Walsingham Drive at the moment, so we're turning left at the roundabout here. I'm just going to drop it into first gear because there's a van coming round. Then go by. I'm looking for a space. There's not always a big space on this one. But we're moving on to the A444, the Bedworth bypass. So from here, we're heading in towards Nuneaton and we're going towards Hilltop. So what we need to do is we need to change lanes. So I'm using the door mirror and the indicator to change lanes. And someone's just let me in, so I'm going to move over, nice and gentle. Now for Hilltop, from this angle, we need to be in the centre lane. So there's two lanes to choose from, both say H-top on them, and we're going to use the left-hand one. So always where there's two lanes to choose from, always choose the left-hand one, because what that's going to do, when we come off of the roundabout, that's going to put us in the left lane in a natural position. So here we're on the second lane out because we'll use the left hand one of the two. We're in the lane that says H-top. We're just going to follow that lane around. I'm going to allow the lane to take us around and take us off of the roundabout. So this one says Bermuda Industrial Estate. We don't want that one, but it's this one that we need for Hilltop. We'll let these guys in front of us know that we're going along there. And you can see that just takes us off. And the key is then just to, once you're in your lane, stay in your lane and let the roundabout take you off. The lanes on the roundabout take you off the roundabout. Okay, I said roundabout quite a lot in there, but there it is. This is the A444 running towards Nuneaton. And we're going to turn right for Bedworth, the B4113. We're going to move into the right hand lane using our door mirrors and our interior mirror and also the indicator to allow us to do that. We've moved all the way over to the right hand side here because we're going right for Bedworth. And you can see it says bed on the road, B-E-D. And as we come into the Griff Island, we're going to move into the lane next to the island. This one says bed again. We're going to let this lane now guide us around. And as we can see, the lane now kind of starts to spiral to the middle lane. And we're just going to follow this lane around now. We're looking at the line on the right hand side of the lane. And you can see what it's done is it's just taken us all the way around here to here where these lights are making us stop, but you can see straight ahead it's Bedworth. And as we move forward from here, we can see that we're automatically in the left hand lane. And if you manage to go, if you do go around this roundabout, this Griff roundabout, and you end up coming off on the left hand lane, you know you've got it right really. That's pretty much it. So this is the A444 running in towards Nuneaton now, and we're going to follow the signs for Nuneaton. So on the A444, this is Bedworth bypass, and the Nuneaton is the second exit on this roundabout. So if you look at the sign, the big green sign, the last one, it will tell us that we can be in the left lane. So look at the very top of the sign, it will tell us we can be in the left lane to go to Nuneaton. That's what we're going to do. And also it says none, N-U-N, on the road. And it says none in 2 lanes, this one and the one next to us, and we'll be in the left hand one of those 2 lanes. I'm just going to stay in that lane, keeping in the left lane as we come around the roundabout. We're going to indicate here at the first exit, and that will take us off of the roundabout here and up along the road, which again takes us in further into Nuneaton now. This is a 50-mile-an-hour road, so we'll get our speed back up. Okay, so again, the Griff roundabout, and we're on Coventry Road at the moment, and we're heading away from Nuneaton. So on Coventry Road, we're going to go down to the Grif Island, and we're going to turn right for Bermuda Park. Now, Bermuda Park is the one that, the right for Bermuda Park is the one that takes you past McDonald's, to give you some kind of reference as to where we are. So we're coming into the dual carriageway part of Coventry Road now, past this terrible bit of road there. So currently I'm in 5th gear, I'm doing 50 miles an hour, just as it says on the road. And to turn right, I'm going to need to move into the right hand lane, so I'm going to use my door mirror and my indicator, and then my door mirror again, just to make sure that I can get over there safely in the right hand lane. So we're going for Bermuda Park, and it will say Berm Park on the road, B-E-R-M Park. You can perhaps see it there now. And that puts us all the way into the right hand lane as we approach the lights. The lights are on red, they're about to change. Drop it into first. I'm going to move on. We're going to move into the lane that's next to the island. Then we're going to follow this lane around. You can see the line of the lane on the outer line. We're just going to follow that out, head towards the green sign, and then cut in at the last moment. And that puts us on the left lane as we move through here, and now we can move into Bermuda Park. That takes us into St David's Way, and on your left is McDonald's. So that's that one. So here we are, we're on Coventry Road, and we're heading away from Nuneaton towards the Griff roundabout, the Griff Island. You might know it as Bermuda Island. It's got various names. I've heard it called lots of rude things as well. And we're coming to the dual carriageway part of it, and we're going to stay in the left lane here because, you know, we've choice of 2 lanes, so we're choosing the left hand lane. That's going to be a theme in this video. As we come down to the island, we're going to turn left, and that's going to take us into Bedworth. It's just the first exit, so we'll just check our left mirrors, interior and exterior, indicate for left, and then start to brake. Now the lights are on red, and we're going to brake enough so we can just drop the car into 2nd gear at this point. We're giving the lights time to go through their sequence. Sometimes they will, this time they haven't done. We're going to drop it into 1st gear, and then we can patiently wait. We're ready to go though. You know, we've got the car in 1st gear, the clutch is just about at the bite point, and we're ready to go. When the red and amber comes on, it's handbrake down, and then we'll move on the green, and that will take us over the line, and that will take us around and down here into Bedworth. And this then is the Coventry Road going into Bedworth. So we're heading on the Coventry Road away from Nuneaton, going towards the Griff Island, and we're going to take the 2nd exit at the Griff Island for Coventry, and that'll be the A444. So on this dual carriageway part, we're going to stay in the left lane. Since we're going to go just for the 2nd exit, we'll stay in the left lane anyway. And as you come down here, you'll see the sign, big white sign with a green section in it, which is telling us where the A444 is. We're in the left lane, but this lane is going to split into two, and we're going to use the middle lane here as we approach to go to Coventry. And you can see it says Cov on the road there in both of those two lanes, this one and the one out to our right. But here we have a choice of two lanes, so again we're going to choose the left lane. You may have heard that once or twice, or you may hear that once or twice in this video, but it's absolutely crucial. As we follow this lane around, we're not going to Bedworth, we're going to come round here, and it's going to take us, it says Cov on the road again, it's going to bring us around here, off the roundabout, and allow the lane to take us off the roundabout and back onto the A444, which is the Bedworth bypass. So here we are on Grif Way on the A444, and we're going to go towards, coming away from Nuneaton, and we're going towards the Bermuda Industrial Estate, or the Grif, and onto the Grif Island. As we come down here, you can see I put us in the right hand lane. This is a 50-mile-an-hour road, so we're going to keep it at this sort of speed. As we come down to the island, you can see we're going to the Griff Clara Estate. A bit bumpy, that bit of road. But it says Burn Park. It says Burn Park on the road, and that's where we're going to next. Because we're in the extreme right hand lane here, we're going to go to the extreme right hand lane on the island itself, which is actually the one next to the island. So when the lights turn to green, we can go. We're going to move directly into the lane that's next to the island, and that again will say at some point Burn Park on it, B-E-R-M, Burn Park, here it is. We're going to follow that around. As we come around, we're using the lane on the outer line of the lane to guide us. So there's our line. We're going to use that to guide us. I'm going to move all the way out like this, and then we're going to move towards the green sign. As we get to here, it's going to be about here. We're going to steer in to the right, and what that does, it's going to keep us in the, it's going to put us into the left lane. Then we've spiraled from the outside, the inside to the outside. We're going to be in the left lane, and then we can indicate the left to take us into the Griff Clara Industrial Estate, Bermuda Park, and again McDonald's is on your left. So the key there is to look for the green sign and head towards it. Okay, so we're on the A444 again, and we're heading away from Nuneaton now. So we've just passed the hospital and we're heading away from Nuneaton on the A444, and we're going to take the exit that takes us to Coventry. Now this is quite a tricky one here, because on the Grif Island. So this is a tricky one here, because the first sign suggests you should move into the right hand lane, but please don't do that, because that will put you in the wrong lane coming off of the roundabout. So that sign there is saying that it's over to the right, and you would naturally get into the right hand lane, but stay in this left lane, and this lane will split into two. And as it splits into two, we can move in to the kind of right hand one of those, so the middle lane, which will say on the road Cov, C-O-V for Cov. And so this lane and the one over to the right are both for Coventry. We're in the left hand one of the lanes that take us to Coventry, and we're just again going to take us in, and we'll stay in our lane. It says Cov on the road, and we'll follow that lane around. What we're going to do is we'll just then let the lanes take us off. So we know where we're going to Cov, and so that goes around here, that one goes to Bedworth, we're going to Coventry, we're going around here, and as you can see, it just brings us off on the left hand lane onto the new road, which again happens to be the 444, the Bedworth bypass. So we're now on the A444 coming away from Nuneaton. We've just passed the hospital again, and we're heading down towards the Griff Island, and we're going to take the second left. The second left will take us into Hilltop. So we're just coming along here. It's a 50-mile-an-hour zone. This is Griff. This is called Griff Way, this bit, but it's A444, and we're taking the second exit towards Hilltop. So we're going to check our left mirrors, interior, exterior, but we're not going to signal. Just going to keep it in the left lane. We're not indicating because we don't want people to think that we're going down the first left, because we're not, we're going the second left. The first left will be the one that goes down to the train station. The second left is the one that takes you to Hilltop. Moving on with the traffic, staying in the left lane, making sure that we don't drift into any other lanes around past where the train station is, indicating for left, and then that takes us into Hilltop and Coventry Road. And there we go, we're back into the Coventry Road now, going back towards Nuneaton, and this is a 50-mile-an-hour zone. So here we are on the Coventry Road coming out of Bedworth now, and we're heading towards the Griff Island, and we're going to take the exit that takes us into Nuneaton. So as you come along here, again the road sign, the first road sign will suggest you need to be in the right hand lane, but don't do that, stay in the left lane. Stay in the left lane because the second signpost tells us that we can be in either lane, either the left or the right. So if there's two lanes to choose from, we will choose the left hand one, and that will take us off the roundabout in the left lane safely. Just approaching the line here now, dropping the car into first gear. So as we move into the island itself, we're going to be in the extreme left lane, which is the one next to the grass reservation part. Can't move yet, there's a big lorry coming round here, and also there's no real place for us to go just at this moment. You can probably see the blue car, he's kind of blocking our exit. There you go, but he's moving on now, so we can move. And we're going to move directly into this left lane here, and this puts us in a position now where we can leave the roundabout on the left lane going into Nuneaton. So it's not this exit, it's the next one, and we can see from the sign there that this is the Nuneaton turn, the A444, and we're coming off it, and this is called Griff Way, this road, and it takes us up towards the hospital. Okay, so here we are on Coventry Road, and we're coming away from Bedworth towards Nuneaton on the Coventry Road. As you can see, there's quite a little bend in the road ahead of us. When we get to the roundabout, we're going to turn right for Hilltop, and we'll come round the bend here. On your right hand side at some point you'll see where Gypsy Lane is. Going to go past that. So we're turning right at the roundabout, so we're not going to indicate until we get level with Gypsy Lane. There we are. Moving into the right hand lane because we're going to turn right at the roundabout, and we're looking for Hilltop, and it will say H-top on the road. H-top there. Coming up to the end, it's a little bit busier today, so we just drop the car into first gear, kind of trying to work out when to be able to move forward. It's done that now, and now we're just looking for our space. Hang on a little bit. Take it nice and easy. There seems to be a space after the white van, so I'm going to start to move as the white van is passing us, and out we go. So we're turning right, so that means we're in the lane next to the island itself at the moment, following the Hilltop. Now this lane, as you can see, starts to move out. It means now there's 2 lanes to choose from, both say H-top, Hilltop on them, and we're just going to follow this lane around. It's going to bring us all the way over to here, where the lights are on red. Now, quite important here that as you're going around the roundabouts, it's just like a big right bend, and it's easy then to drift over and into the lanes on the right. Got to try not to do that, so be careful to stay in your lane and not drift at all. And we're just going to follow this around, and it's taking us now off of the roundabout into Hilltop, and that's Coventry Road now coming into Nuneaton. So the basic thing is, once you're in your lane, stay in your lane. And if there's a choice of 2, use the left hand one option.